Hello and welcome back to YCS Bochum 2018. I'm here with Jordan Gallagher, our round 4 feature match winner.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How was that?
It was fine. I mean, it looks like he bricked both games, in all honesty. Like,
He did.
Yeah, I was really happy that he did, like, just summon Eater Million's pass is not strong hand at all.
No, certainly not.
Yeah.
What led you to play this deck at this event?
So it mainly stemmed from the FTK deck that arose last week. So we wanted to play a deck that could accommodate hand traps, which Magician can't do without bricking.
Yeah.
But also that has a good power ceiling because other versions of this deck don't play Brilliant Fusion or Instant Fusion.
Yeah.
And Instant Fusion lets you push into a board so well because the new Millennium Eyes card.
Yeah, I absolutely loved that. That was a fantastic play.
Card's really good. It lets you if you summon that first, you can play Desires. You're not going to get ashed. You're not going to get drolled. You can if you play that when you've got Meltdown up, they can't negate it with Vortex Dragon, and then that's
nice.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It just had a really strong Magician matchup overall, and our Lightsworn matchup was really good as well.
Yeah.
Just because Invocation's so good against that deck.
Yeah, I absolutely love Brilliant Fusion in this deck. Did you come up with that straight away, or was that like a realization afterwards?
It was given to me by someone in the Deer knows. The person who did the best with this at the event in Atlanta last weekend, he gave it to Nadir. And Nadir
right, okay, and you worked on it after that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's kind of good that obviously you were able to get to that and improve on it. But I remember that when I figured out that I could play Brilliant Fusion in this deck, it was a great moment because you can just line up the wherever you want everything.
Yeah. It puts two things in a column immediately.
Yeah.
You can just summon Mech Knights.
Yeah.
It helps with going first, which is a big issue with this deck.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there any other things that we didn't get to see much of your side deck, obviously, because you were playing against something you had no idea.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you think would help this deck going first? Or that you have thought about?
I mean, we considered siding Dimensional Barrier for when we think our opponent's going to make us go first and stuff like that, but there's really no way to tell when they're going to make you go first and when they're not.
Yeah.
And then you're going to draw Dimensional Barrier going second, which we didn't really want to do.
Yeah, it's a tough call, isn't it? When you've got that kind of, the mind games of, is he going to make me go first or second, and then same for you.
Your entire engine revolves around you going second, so it's quite a problem with the deck. But most people still choose to go first.
Yeah, everything's a Cyber Dragon in your deck.
We saw in that match at the end of game 1, you'd only seen Eater of Millions from your opponent. How did that make you approach side decking? What was your strategy, and what were you thinking at the time?
Well, the only decks I've ever really seen Eater of Millions are Invoked, Trickstar, and then any sort of roguish meta strategy. But I didn't see him commit any back row, so it didn't make me believe that I should have to put in Twin Twisters or Evenly Matched. I sort of assumed it might have been Invoked, and he just had the brick, a pure Invoked deck instead of Mech Knight, so I put in the Kaijus, which is just really good against Mechaba in that matchup. But I didn't really want to risk putting in Reaper, even though it would be good if it was a mirror match, but it would just be absolutely terrible if it's anything else. So I didn't put those in, but I just put the Kaijus in.
Yeah, quite a safe hedge choice there. Are you familiar with the Magical Musketeer cards?
No.
Or was
the second he summoned one, I had to get a translation. I don't know
we saw
what
that.
any of them do, except in the fact that when a spell is activated, after the chain, they activate a new chain to do something.
Yeah.
That's all I know
Yeah.
about Magical Musketeers.
Yeah, honestly, at the start of that game, because I played both decks at least a little bit, and I was thinking to myself, what's really going to win here? And in all honesty, I thought that if the Magical Musketeer player had a reasonable hand, that he would do much better, because you've got to put your stuff in his columns.
Yeah, that's something I was thinking about. When they summoned the Magical Musketeer, I'm like, that matchup might be a bit weird.
Yeah.
I have to play into
you have to play
columns,
into his effects.
To
yeah.
activate my Mech Knights.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, oh, maybe the Magical Musketeer is going to be able to take this, but then he didn't really get a good balance of monsters. Yeah, he actually got one and then the other. I can't remember 100%, but yeah, definitely there was one of the times where it was just all monsters.
We saw in game 2, he drew into Ties of the Brethren the turn that he dropped to 100 life points, so he was unable to activate it.
Right,
that is actually really, really good in that deck.
Yeah,
really good.
I had the Ash in hand, thankfully.
Good point.
When I used the Ash on the monster, but Ties would have been really good.
Yeah, it's super brutal because obviously you get the effect of the monster that you play it behind, and then you get 2 more, which is just really good. Okay, so that puts you at XO still, right?
Yep, 4-0.
Yeah, it's hard to tell because we have so many players. Our tables are all over the place. Anyway, so how do you feel so far about this deck? Do you think it's going to be able to take you all the way, or how do you feel?
I think as long as I play enough Magicians and Lightsworn, and I don't like Brick, the only thing that we went into this event fearing is like a little bit of variance of like drawing maybe Garnet or the Trick Clown, or just not drawing any of the invoked cards, which can be an issue sometimes.
Yeah. What have you played so far?
I've played 2 Magician, 1 Dinosaur, and the Magical Musketeer.
Okay.
With the Dinosaur round 1.
Yeah. So, a lot of the time we have people at home. They go, "Oh, this guy must have been playing against a load of rogue decks, and he's been able to get here." But you played 2 Pendulum decks already.
Yeah.
So that's was that what was that like? Was it a 2-1, 2-0? What? How did that go?
One was a 2-1, the other one was a 2-0.
Okay, so it
has a
pretty comfortable.
I think the Pendulum matchup is really good. I'm quite comfortable with it.
Are there any particular matchups that you're not so comfortable with and you'd rather avoid?
Apart from Magical Musketeers.
Something I haven't even tested is the True Draco matchup, and I'm not entirely sure how it would work, but we're siding like heavily for it, like really heavily. So I think the side deck will help with that, but the main deck-wise, the Draco matchup might be really hard, because I think Monarchs Erupt is going to be a massive issue. Inspect Border's quite good as well. So Draco's the scariest matchup, I think. Yeah,
not that I want to give you too much, but if they've got quite a lot of their back rows and a monster, then you generally are able to get your Mech Knights out.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. Pretty good. Don't be too scared. By the way, I want Mech Knights to win. Yeah.
I hope so too.
Yeah. So that's it. If you would make any changes to your deck at this point, do you think that this is the perfect list, or?
I'm not sure I'd say perfect, but so far I've not seen any glaring issues with the deck that I would want to change.
It's always my favorite question, especially during the finals, where you get someone who's just gone 16-0 at an event. What would you change? But if you're pretty happy with it right now, that's pretty good. Oh well, good job, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow in the top cut as well.
Hope so.
So that's it for our round 4 feature match. We're going to be right back with round 5. See you guys soon.